Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another game review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Metro 2033 Redux, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this game to tell in short what this game is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this game, so in case you didn't play it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video to avoid spoilers and come back after you play a game if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this game right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Metro 2033 Redux is a game that's been released in 2014. It's been developed by 4A Games. It's been developed in 4A engine that was also developed by 4A Games. And this is a first-person post-apocalyptic linear shooter. And this is the first Metro game in a Metro trilogy. I played both Last Light Redux and Metro Exodus on my channel, and this is the only Metro game that I haven't played, so I decided to add it to collection on my channel as well. And yeah, Metro Redux basically means remastered. The game was originally released in 2010, and in 2014 they made a remastered version of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, which is included in the Redux pack. And yeah, story of Metro 2033 puts you in the shoes of our main protagonist that you play with through the entire Metro trilogy. Artrium, in the first game, he is only 20 years old, and the Earth has been destroyed by a nuclear war. He's living in Moscow, he's Russian, and yeah, Earth has been completely obliterated. Surface is completely irradiated. You cannot breathe outside without a gas mask. There is all kinds of creatures and mutants walking around the world and roaming, and pretty much everything out there is to kill you. You know, people are surviving and living in the metro stations, and everybody, you know, is just surviving their own way, and life is really hard and tough. And one day there are these special mutants called the Dark Ones. They attack Exhibition Station, which is the original station that Artrium is from. He's living there, and his Exhibition Station gets attacked by these Dark Ones, which are basically special kind of mutants that have mind control abilities. And then his friend Hunter, which is a ranger, goes to hunt the Dark Ones and to figure out why are they attacking humans and what is actually going on with them. And he tells Artrium that if he doesn't come back by the morning, that he needs to go to police station and find a man named Miller. And unfortunately, Hunter does not return in the morning, and Artrium is for the rest of the game on a mission to go to police station and find a man named Miller and ask for his help, for him to help the Exhibition Station. And at what point Artrium does find police station and Miller, but police station refuses to help Exhibition Station and Artrium is very disappointed. But Miller does not give up on Artrium. He decides to help him, and they together now go to D6 bunker, which is the bunker that contains nuclear warheads, and they plan on firing them on the nest of the Dark Ones and destroying them once for good. And as the game comes to the end, Artrium eventually realizes that these attacks are actually not attacks from the Dark Ones. It's just their way to communicate with humans, and he was the first one to actually understand them, and he was the chosen one. He was the only one who could communicate with the Dark Ones. And there is a different ending if you are good enough through the game and obtain enough moral points that you get by listening to other characters, helping them, not being selfish and all that. You know, if you complete that moral system in the right way, you can change the ending of a game. where Dark Ones are spared by Artrium. He destroys the laser sight, you know, the range finder, targeter, whatever you want to call it, for the missiles, and they don't fall on the nest, and that's a good ending. The bad ending that originally was written in the book is where missiles actually land on the nest of the Dark Ones and destroy them, and that's the original ending that was written in Metro book. And yes, this game was made by the Metro book that was written by Dmitry Gluhovsky. I didn't read the book, but my brother-in-law did, and he said that the book was great. So if you are into books, I totally recommend you to check out Metro books. They're great, post-apocalyptic books. And yeah, altogether story is very emotional. It has a powerful message behind it about humanity and how humans always end up destroying the world with war and with their selflessness and all that, you know. It just shows how bad we humans are towards ourselves, and that war brings nothing good, and that in order to survive as a race, we need to end wars. We need to stop hating each other, you know. That's what this game is trying to teach you, you know, the consequences of war and human arrogance. I think Metro games have fantastic story. It's just one of the games that touched my heart, you know. All three games just touched my heart, and they have a special place in my heart. And the story of all three Metro games is just amazing. It's very well directed and written, and I freaking enjoyed every Metro game story. It is just pure 10 out of 10. I fucking loved it. Alright, let's talk about gameplay, which is, after this game's story, what makes this game so fucking awesome. So, like I've said, this is a first-person linear shooter. It has some survival elements. So it's a linear world. It's not an open world game. You have levels that you go through, complete them, and that's it. There is like literally one way you can go, but there's two ways you can play this game. You can play it stealthily, or you can go guns blazing. So when it comes to combat in this game, it's very fluid. It's very realistic. Enemies will take few bullets to the head. If they're not wearing armor, it's gonna take one shot. Gameplay offers you the survival mode or normal mode. Survival mode means resources are harder to find, like ammunition, spare filters, and all that you need to survive in this game. And normal mode means that there is more of these supplies lying around the world, and they are easier to find. So I played on survival, and I fucking absolutely enjoyed it. So besides combat that is absolutely fluid and great, you know, you got plenty of weapons that you can pick from in this game. You can also customize all of these weapons. You can equip the attachments on them. There is a shop system in this game. You basically collect military grade ammunition that is like a money currency in the world of Metro, and you get to trader, and you can buy stuff like health packs, ammunition. You can also sell ammunition or these health packs. Any resource that you can buy, you can also sell, so you can just balance out what you need more, you know. And the shop system is absolutely simple and great in this game. I absolutely enjoyed it. I just love how simple it is. It's also very simple to equip attachments. You just literally pay for them, click, and boom, the attachments are on your gun. It's much easier for you to play a game that way with the attachments. It's easier to aim and all the stuff. It just improves your weapons in general, the recoil and all that. Each attachment has its like statistics and things that it does to a weapon. Game absolutely does not have any RPG elements, so it's not statistics in that way. But Besides combat, you know, and all that, that is very fluid. Like I said, it's very realistic. Few shots will kill enemies. If you headshot them with no helmet or any armor, they're gonna die instantly. You can throw frags and all kind of stuff like Molotov grenades in the combat. It's, like I said, very fluid, very realistic. AI is actually not that dumb. They will know how to flank you. They will call for help if they're outnumbered. And they can actually kill you pretty easily if you're not careful, and if you put the game on a higher difficulty, few bullets will absolutely fucking kill you. So this game, it's perfect. Like, combat in this game is just so fluid, it's so great, it feels great, it has that post-apocalyptic vibe to it. But besides combat, there is also stealth, so this game gives you an option. You can play stealthily or guns blazing, like I said. So when it comes to stealth, it reminds me a little bit of Splinter Cell, because you have to stay away from lights, and you have to watch out for the noise that you make. So if you step on a glass or touch the cans that are hanging from the ceilings, you're gonna alert your enemies, so you gotta be careful. And even though if you have a suppressor equipped on your weapon and fire a weapon near the enemies, they are going to hear it, because that's how guns work in real life. When they have suppressors, they're not completely quiet. The shot will be heard and the enemies will spot you, and they'll fucking kill you if you're not careful. So best way to stealth is just by slowly moving around, stealthily killing enemies behind, or knocking them out. You can also choose to knock them out if you want. It does not change the outcome of a game or anything. So just kill them, you know, it's way more fun that way, for me at least. And yeah, sneaking around, throwing knives. You got throwing knives. So you can throw knives at your enemies. That's probably best way to stealth from a range, you know. I mean, you can use suppressors, but if you fire a suppressed shotgun, it's gonna be much louder than a suppressed revolver, you know. It's pretty obvious because of the caliber size and all that. So I really appreciate that part of realism. And stealth, like I said, it's pretty cool. Again, it has that post-apocalyptic vibe, and it's pretty realistic. You have to watch out for the noise that you're making, watch your step where you're walking around, and you have to stay away from the lights. Your watch on your wrist glows when you are visible in the light, and enemies will spot you almost instantly. There's a tense music rising when you're being spotted, and if they spot you, they'll just open fire at you. So stay away from the lights that you can, by the way, turn off at any point. This game is very interactive. It has an interactive world around it. Sometimes you'll find yourself around these stations crowded with people, and you can interact with stuff, like you can turn off the lights or turn them on. You can sometimes play a guitar that you find in the corner of a room. You can listen to other characters' conversations and things they're talking about, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And it's fucking great. That's the reason why I love this game so much. Metro Trilogy is my favorite linear post-apocalyptic shooter, and it's always gonna remain that way. I think if nothing better comes out, this game, it just has a special place in my heart. It's absolutely fucking awesome. So yeah, after stealth, you got the looting element in this game as well. So looting is a big part of this game. Even though the world is linear, you can explore it around, and you can sometimes find the keys that will open the safe with supplies. I don't know, you're gonna find, I don't know, 20 shotgun shells, 11 bullets for AK, and I don't know, 2 grenades in the safe, and 150 military grade bullets that you can use to buy stuff. Or you're just gonna walk around and loot just casual stuff, you know, bullets, ammunition. You can even find guns with attachments, so you don't have to upgrade them at the stations, or you have to upgrade them less. So there is really plenty of weapons and options, and that looting element just adds up so much to the atmosphere of the game. It's so freaking beautiful. You just have to walk around this post-apocalyptic, deserted, abandoned world, and you just loot dead bodies, get into bus wreckages, and find the boxes with leftover supplies, you know. When you're outside, you have to wear a gas mask and you have to change filters when they run out, or otherwise you suffocate. So you'll have to watch out how many filters you got, and how much time you got remaining on your filters. And your gas mask can also crack. So if your gas mask cracks, you will also start to suffocate, and you'll have to find a new gas mask. So there is a lot of great survival elements combined with FPS action and this post-apocalyptic world. It's absolutely freaking beautiful, and that's just what makes this whole game so good for me, man. The atmosphere, the atmosphere in this game is like nothing else. The world just looks so post-apocalyptic and abandoned and so realistically portrayed, you know. It's great. Besides human enemies, you will, like I said, have to deal with, well, pretty much a main threat in this game, which are mutants. Because of the radiation and that was caused by the nuclear missiles after the nuclear war, rats, bats, and pretty much all the other animals and creatures mutated into these giant mutants, and they're not friendly, man. Everything out there is there to kill you. There's not a single mutated creature in this game that is going to be friendly towards you. Everything, literally everything that is mutated is out there to kill you. So you have, for example, these hairy mutants. They're often found on the surface. You'll get attacked by them. They hit you 2 or 3 times and you're pretty much fucking dead. Then you have these just not hairy mutants. They're wandering around the tunnels. You'll have to deal with them in tunnels. Then you have these Nosalises, which are like mutants that shoot sound waves and damage you that way. Then you also got these lurkers, for example. They're like mutated dogs or rats. I don't know, they're just freaking ugly, but they're pretty smart. They won't attack you face to face. They will wait until you turn the back, and they will attack you from behind, which is why they're called lurkers. They have a bunch of these holes around the rooms, and they just travel through these holes and can attack you from them from behind. And if you're not careful, you can fall into these holes, and that's pretty much an instant death. Not pretty much, it is an instant death. You get a cutscene where you get eaten by a lurker and you're dead. So you have to watch out your step when you are in rooms where, you know, lurkers are and where these holes are. So you gotta watch out for that. Game is also filled with quick time events that also add to an atmosphere. Sometimes Arthur will open the door and you'll see the mutant from the other side rushing towards you, and you'll have to mash the button and just witness a awesome badass cutscene where he just kills the mutant with a knife. You know, it's just that kind of a game. It has an atmospheric feeling while you play it. HUD is literally minimized on this game. There is almost no HUD, which is something I always appreciated about Metro. It's just one of those perfect post-apocalyptic games. There is literally not a single thing that I dislike about this game. And there is a reason why Metro Trilogy has a special place in my heart. It's filled with atmospheric, sad soundtracks that really hit the feelings, you know. These soundtracks in this game, characters, voice acting, everything is just so well done. Whoever did all that, just great job, great fucking job in all 3 games. They freaking nailed it, man. It's just fucking pure 10 out of 10. I loved every soundtrack that exists in this game. It's so freaking good. The music in this game is so freaking good. Characters are very interesting. They got their personalities and persona, and they got their own thing going on, and the story and the atmosphere, even the characters that you meet through the game, everything is so sad and depressive and has that post-apocalyptic abandoned vibe, you know. It's just a great game with a great freaking story and great freaking gameplay. Totally worth playing. If you love post-apocalyptic games, Metro Trilogy, all 3 games, Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus are must play. So don't call yourself a post-apocalyptic gamer if you didn't play Metro Trilogy. Just don't come here. Play those games. Don't watch them. Don't watch the trailers. Don't spoil anything. Just go and play the games. They're fucking worth playing. They're great. They're fucking awesome. In my opinion, best linear post-apocalyptic shooters out there. And for the end, as usual, let's talk about graphics and optimization of Metro 2033 Redux. Well, graphically, this game looks actually very nice. This game came out in 2014, I mean originally in 2010. The original version of the game looks like poop, literally, it's pretty shitty graphics. But remastered version is much better. It just looks really, really beautiful. The graphics in this game still hold up very well in my opinion. The game looks absolutely freaking gorgeous. I played it on all ultra maxed out settings on 1080p resolution, and I had over 60 FPS constantly. And downside is optimization. Sometimes, actually a lot of times, you're gonna see like screen glitches, and your enemies will often get stuck into textures and stuff like that. And the same thing is with Metro Last Light. I did not notice that much of that in Metro Exodus, which is the latest Metro game, but Last Light and Metro 2033 are kind of equally buggy. Metro 2033 has big issues with like screen glitches and all that. I don't know what happened there, how did they mess that up. But yeah, very often, like I said, you will be able to see enemies like getting stuck, losing the ragdoll, and like being frozen in the air or something, or on the ground, and you can see like the screen glitches, textures glitches, you know, like paint glitching in from the wall, or like screen flickering, something like that. It's pretty weird. I don't know why that happens. But honestly, I don't care. It doesn't bother me, you know, at all. It's not even that much of a big deal, because you won't even notice it, because it happens in only certain areas, but you will see it very often, but only in certain areas. And like when it's the most beautiful parts, there is no screen glitching or anything, so you can just literally enjoy all the beauty of this game. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. In my opinion, I can totally close my eyes to that because of the story and the great gameplay and everything that this game has to offer. Now, my PC specs are next. My CPU is Ryzen 7 3700X 3.60 GHz, 8-core processor. My GPU is RX 6600 XT, 8 GB GDDR6, and my RAM memory is HyperX Fury 16 gigabytes, and yeah, that's it. It's DDR4 actually. And yeah, those are my PC specs that I've used to play this game. Like I said, I obliterated the game on all ultra maxed out settings, 1080p resolution. I had over 60 FPS constantly, not a single frame drop or anything. The game just looks beautiful and runs very smoothly from the frame rate side, but it does have some optimization issues, like I said, with the ragdoll and texture glitching and all that. But it didn't bother me, honestly. And yeah, that's it for this game review. I totally recommend you to check out Metro Trilogy. Go and fucking play all 3 games if you're a fan of first-person shooters, and especially if you're a fan of post-apocalyptic games and post-apocalyptic thematic. Just freaking play Metro Trilogy. Go and play all 3 games right now. They're fucking worth your time and every penny, and they're just worth everything. It's awesome. Metro Trilogy, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful masterpiece that they've created, and good fucking job, devs. You've created one of the best games I have ever played in my entire life. Metro Trilogy is just pure 10 out of 10, man. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. Link is down below in the description. I post all kind of stuff over there. So yeah, check it out if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Again, it's totally okay. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.